Hi, everybody. Welcome to the webinar. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the webinar. Sorry, just a little technical problem. So if you look on the video, it will say
It's disabled on other websites, and you can watch on YouTube. Just click the link and just go to it. Will show on video in YouTube.
Sorry, just a little technical problem. So if you look on the video, it will say it's disabled on other websites.
Click the link to watch it on YouTube. I'll try to fix that later. YouTube stress. Okay, so let's not waste too much time anymore. I will figure that out before I repost a replay. So hello, how are you today? Welcome to the webinar. It's great to have you here today. Thank you for joining us. Okay. So this webinar is 5 tactics you should implement today to drive traffic to your blog. If you're logged into the chat room, please enter your name and tell us where you're where you're where you're from. Okay, just enter it into the chat box. Awesome. All right, sounds good. Okay. Awesome. Let's keep it coming. Just enter your name and where you're joining us from. Okay, we're gonna start in a few minutes. Let's just give people a few minutes to log in. Okay, so let's get started. A couple of things I would like you to know is just the basic housekeeping rules. Now, this webinar is scheduled for an hour, and I'll try my best to keep this to an hour because I know your time is important, and I don't want to take up too much of it. But we may go a little over the 1 hour mark, and I hope you don't mind that because we have a lot to cover today. Now, there's a chat box on the web page just below the video. So that chat box is for comments and questions. I know people like chatting and they just like letting everybody know what we're talking about. So you can just chat, just enter the whatever you want. It's for comments and questions. But if you're entering a question, just put a Q in front of it so it's easy for me to identify. Then finally, there's a special offer for those who wait till the end. So I encourage you to do so. So we start with our disclaimer. Now, this webinar contains information about blogging and is provided for informational purposes only. While we strive to make this information as accurate as possible, we make no claims, promises, or guarantees about the results. The author is not offering it as legal or any kind of professional advice. Always use your own judgment and seek advice from other professionals to find strategies that work for your business and for your particular situation. The author is not liable for any emotional, financial, psychological damages or business losses, including but not limited to special incidental consequences or other damages. All content is subject to copyright and may not be reproduced in any form without express written consent of the author. Our views and rights are the same. You are responsible for your choices, actions, and results. Now let's get started. So I'm going to start by asking this question. Do you own a blog? So if you have the answer and would like to answer that question, you can enter it into the chat. Just enter a yes or no. Okay, so I can see and I can know. Um, just take a little tally here to see how many people. Um, okay. Okay, some people want to, they're interested in getting their own blog. Awesome. Okay, sounds good. All right. So it's great. So this webinar is for you if you want to run a blog that can make a difference and works for both for you and for your readers. So it works for your readers by providing content that helps them, and it works for you by giving you a steady stream of income. Now, this webinar is not for you if you're not ready to take action. Successful entrepreneurs are not successful because they have everything going well for them. They all have their stories of setbacks and failures. But they did not let that stop them. They picked themselves up and moved on. Now, recently, I watched a program about creative ways entrepreneurs can raise capital for their business. Now, one of the presenters talked about the seminar she attended recently in New York. A presenter at the seminar mentioned she had approached 150 people to fund her business idea, but out of the 150 people she approached, only 2 of them said yes. The other 148 said no. Now, imagine if you are the one, how will you feel after the 10th or the 20th no? That is what it takes to be an entrepreneur. About me, my name is Linda. I've been blogging for about 6 years, and I've created and run blogs on several platforms, including Blogger and WordPress. It really has been a journey in growing and learning strategies to become a better blogger. Everyone can excel in blogging. If you put your mind to it, you can achieve it. Now, we will delve into blog traffic in a little bit, but for the benefit of those who are not very familiar with blogging, let me give a little insight into what blogging is. Now, a blog is a website or web page that is updated on a regular basis, and it's written in an informational or conversational style. Business. Blogging is a great way to extend your business online. Through your blog, you can provide more value to your customers and let them know more about your products. A blog can also be a community. Now, a community is a meeting place where people with like-minded goals get together to express their thoughts. You can set up a blog to do just that. A blog can also be a movie studio. Now, do you love to make videos? Maybe you love to cook and you want to share your recipes and videos. You can post them, you can create videos and post them on your blog. And a blog can also be a photo studio. Now, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. If you love apps like Instagram, you can create picture blogs to showcase your ads. So basically, if you look at all these 4 concepts, you can make up your mind, pretty much make up your mind if you want to create a blog and the kind of blog you want to create. Now, to start up a blog, there are 4 critical decisions you have to make about your blog to make it sustainable and so that you can run it well. Now, the first decision you'll need to make about your blog is you're going to ask it's your blog topic. So you're going to ask yourself, what should my blog be about? Now, people look for information on any topic. A little more than a decade ago, if you wanted to do research for work or school, you will have to go to the library and get those large encyclopedias. But not anymore. All you need to do is to grab your smartphone or a tablet, start up your search engine or a wiki, and you're golden. Now, to make your blog sustainable and last long term, you need to write about a topic you love and you're interested in, something you're passionate about. The topic you love could also be your hobby. Now, after you choose a niche, you will need to test the niche to make sure it is profitable. You want to check that there are people in the niche who want your content. There are tools and tests available online that can help you do that. The second decision you will have to make about your blog is choosing a domain name. Now, your domain name is very important to your success. A domain name is a name that directs users to your blog. It is like your blog address. So you're going to choose a domain name that reflects your topic. When you choose a domain name, you're going to make your domain name brandable. The reason is because when you come up with your domain name, you're choosing a domain name and your blog title, which eventually becomes the name of your business. Now, the blog title is the name people will use every time they refer to your blog. Make it easy for people to remember and to tell others. And you should also try to keep your domain name short and simple. If you're a well-known niche, if you're well-known in your niche, like a niche celebrity, and your name is associated with your niche online, you can also use your name. Now, if you want to reserve a domain name, you can visit a domain name website like GoDaddy. All right, so the third critical decision you're going to make about your blog is you're going to decide which platform you should use to set up your blog. Now, a blog platform is a software service that converts a regular website to a blog. There are a ton of blog platforms available today. There's Tumblr, Blogger, WordPress, Joomla, and many more. If you have no idea about platforms, you need to ask for recommendations. It is important to choose a platform you will use as long as you're running your blog. Changing platforms is not something you should do on the fly. It can be difficult to switch. Now, for me, I mostly use WordPress because it's great and it has a lot of great tools. So that is also something you may want to consider as well. And final decision you need to make about your blog is you're going to decide what hosting company you should use. Now, a web hosting service is a company that stores your blog and website data online and allows visitors to access your site through the internet. There are several hosting companies like Bluehost, SiteGround, HostGator. Now, when it comes to choosing one, you need to make sure that you choose one that is right for you. Here are some qualities you need to look out for when you're choosing a hosting service. The first quality is reliability. Now, the hosting service you choose must be reliable. You don't want your blog to go down frequently, especially when there are lots of visitors on it. The second quality to look out for is speed. There is nothing that turns people off than a slow loading blog. Your hosting company should provide enough bandwidth so that your blog loads quickly. The third quality you should look out for is ease of use. Now, installing and managing your blog platform doesn't have to be a complex process. Your hosting company should already have these platforms integrated into their service. And finally, price. Now, the price of hosting has reduced a little bit as a result of competition, and you want to pay for value. All right, so now let's go into blog traffic proper. Now, have you ever heard this saying, build a great blog, make it nice, and people will come? Well, the saying does not really hold true, especially when you consider the fact that a new blog is created every half a second somewhere in the world. That means there's a lot of competition in the blogging industry. And if you're not actively promoting your blog every day, get lost in the crowd. Now, I want you to think about celebrities. When they are in the studio working on a new album or shooting a movie, you don't really hear much about them in the media. It's as if they retired or something. But when they're ready to launch their album, go on a tour or in a press release, all of a sudden we hear about some controversy like a breakup, maybe a Photoshop controversy, or they say something controversial, stuff like that. Now, why do they do that? It's because they want us to talk about them. Like the more they get people to talk about them, the more interest they gather to themselves and to their new movie, their album, or whatever they're trying to promote. And that's how they can get more sales. Now, I'm not saying that we should go about stirring up controversy, but you should let people know about you, let people know your blog, and have people tell others as well. Now, there are two main traffic sources. Traffic is big on the internet. And if you know how to generate traffic online, you can command a lot of authority. And there are two main traffic sources. You have the free or organic traffic and the paid traffic. Now, when I think of paid traffic, this concept comes to mind. If you don't have money, you have time. Now, free traffic takes time and effort because you have to promote your content on as many free content promotion sites as possible and very frequently to get seen. However, if you are able to pay premium to get traffic, then you can go for it. Now, free or organic traffic is getting traffic for free without paying for it. This can be gotten through searches, also known as SEO, or on social media. When people like or share your content, others get to see it and join your community. Now, there's a massive decline in organic traffic because traffic generation sites like the social media sites want people to pay for traffic. So they tend to not promote it as much as they promote as they will promote a paid post or something like that. Now, the key to success with organic traffic is you should maximize organic traffic to the fullest capacity, meaning that you should post frequently. If you can post several times a day, then you can find some success with organic traffic. You can also repost content from time to time. Now, in reality, this is not feasible for everyone, which is why people opt for the paid traffic option. Now, paid traffic is traffic you get by paying for it. Basically, we want to call this advertising. Paid traffic is way faster and there is a potential to reach a wider audience. You can get paid traffic by advertising using pay-per-click, pay-per-view, mobile ads, and more. Paid traffic is pricey and it could cost you, and there's a chance that you could spend a lot of money and not get anything back in return. To prevent this from happening, you must develop a strategy to make sure it is working for you by targeting the right audience and ensure that you're making sales. Now, before you start paying for traffic, be sure to have an offer, something you want to sell that will generate money. Something to generate money so that you're going to get your money back. So you're going to get your investment back, basically. Get traffic is through word of mouth. Now, word of mouth is ideally the first place to start to promote your blog. Now, let's say you have a dream and you would like to open a small business like a cafe or a burger joint. And as it happens, your dreams take flight. You get a location, you get all the equipment, and you're ready to launch. Now, a week before you are set to launch, what is the one thing you start to do? Does anyone know? What is the one thing we start to do before we launch? Okay, so one of the most important things people do, you will tell your family and your friends and invite them to your launch. Now, there's a saying that good friends help each other. And if you're a good friend and you have good friends, you will help your friends and your friends will help you back. Okay, now here's what you want to do. You're going to make a list of your family members and friends, especially those who you think will be very much interested or will stand to benefit from your niche and will benefit from your content. Now, the way you approach this is very, very important. And this is what you say. Hello, friend. I am starting a blog about advertising. I will be sending out new blog posts on a regular basis. Will you be interested in receiving my blog posts? Now, generally when you do this, this will elicit a yes or no answer. If they say no, that's okay. No hard feelings. Just move on to the next person. But if they say yes, ask them for my emails. Right now, email is one of the best ways to keep in contact with your followers and to share your content with them. When you get the email, you enter the email in your email service provider. Now, a second way to get traffic to your blog is through email marketing. Email marketing, remember that we said you should collect email addresses previously. Now, this is where you use it. Now, email marketing has been proven to be a reliable way for businesses, including blogs, to reach out to their customers. With email marketing, you have people available to read your content and you offer your products to them using a long-term email nurture sequence. To begin using email marketing, you have to sign up with an email service provider. Now, these services collect and store your subscribers' email addresses and send out messages to their emails for a fee. Now, a couple of reliable email service providers are GetResponse, Aweber, Mailchimp, and ActiveCampaign. So what you do is you're going to sign up with one of these services, right? Then you write out your emails. You can create emails for your blog posts, for offers, for affiliate products. You can also include links in your blog, links to products and to special offers in that email. Now, another way to get people to sign up for your email list is by offering content upgrades or upsells within your blog post. So when you have your blog, you write your blog post and you upload it onto your blog. When you post the content in your blog, you can get a feature, something called the feature box. You can get this feature box from plugins and other services that provide them. Now you put this feature box in the middle, which will offer an upgrade to your post. So in the feature box, it will say, let's say if your post is about the top 5 foods to eat to lose weight, you can use that feature box to offer your readers a PDF so that they get the top 10 foods to eat, right? So you see that it's kind of different from what you had. It's like more content than what you had previously, which gives them the incentive to, I want to get that feature. So when they click the feature, they enter their email address, they get the content, and they get added to your list. You can add this feature to old posts on your blog, especially the ones that are really, really popular. Now, a good strategy to use for email marketing is that every ad for a product or offer must have an opt-in form. You can use a landing page you can get a landing page to do that, to get several opt-in forms. You can get them from Landing Page Monkey, Lead Pages, or OptimizePress. To learn more about email marketing, you can check our email marketing made plain program. To learn more about this, you can send us a message or leave a message in the chat. The third way to drive traffic to your blog is through social media. Now, social media is a great place to promote your content. It's not an understatement to say that the world as we know today exists on social media. I bet you probably have heard the statement that if a particular event didn't happen on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, it did not happen at all. That is how powerful social media is. Now, there are a lot of social media platforms available online today. So there's Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, Google Plus, YouTube, LinkedIn, Snapchat, Twitter, Reddit, Periscope. Now, all platforms have millions of registered users, with Facebook the largest, having over 1 billion users. So when you want to use social media for your business, you want to choose a platform. When you want to choose a platform to use for your business, you want to start by thinking about your ideal audience. What platforms are they on? Some demographics are more active on a specific platform more than others. For example, when Facebook became very popular with parents, most young people moved over to Snapchat as a platform of choice. And because a lot of them didn't want their parents to embarrass them by posting old pictures or pictures they didn't like. So if your product is targeting teens or young adults, Snapchat will be more effective. However, if you're targeting older adults, Facebook will be a better option. Now, to use social media for your business, you have to create a business page and try to fill out your bio fully and also verify your account. Now, on social media, there are 3 things you want to do all the time. Now, you want to get likes, you want to get shares, and you also want to use hashtags. And you want to share your content everywhere and encourage people to like and share and comment on your content. It promotes your blog file way faster than getting page likes. And you can also optimize for long-term traffic. Now, you want to make it easy for people to share content on your blog. You can use plugins and hashtags for that. So organic engagement is on the decline because most platforms offer the paid ads options. So you can investigate the platforms you use. All of them do have some form of paid ad, and you can use them from time to time, several times a day, if possible. You can do that you can post up to 7 or more times a day, and you can also repeat your content. Now, a fourth way to drive traffic to your blog is through retargeting. Now, has this ever happened to you? Let's say you visit a site like Amazon, and maybe you just want to price check shoes. You just want to check the price of shoes, right? So you just search, you go through, look for what you want, and after you look for what you want, you don't order, you just leave the site. Okay, now after a while, you go out, and after a while, you come back to your computer again, and you turn on your computer and continue using the internet. After a while, you may start to notice that you see ads from Amazon for those same shoes. Now, that is retargeting, and that is what companies use to help you to keep coming back to keep them in your focus and make sure you keep remembering them. Now, retargeting is placing your ads in front of bounce site traffic. Bounce traffic are people who visit your site and leave immediately without performing any action. Now, this works by installing a code known as Pixel. on your site and using cookies to measure your visitors' activity on your site. Now, no one can see this code because it's embedded into the web design, but most ad network companies offer this service. But the most commonly used is Facebook custom audience. Now, if you want to use Facebook custom audience, first you need to have a Facebook business page. So when you have a Facebook business page, then you have the Advert Manager link on the left tab of your Facebook page. So next, you want to do that, you want to go into the Ads Manager. So when you use the Facebook the custom audience, you can create a custom audience or a lookalike audience. The Ads Manager. In Ads Manager, to audiences, because that's where you go to create your audience. All right, so in audiences, you go ahead to create your audience. So you want to choose under create audience, you can create a custom audience, you can create a lookalike audience or a saved audience. Now for this purpose, we are going to create a custom audience because we're creating a custom audience for your website. So you now want to choose how you want to create your audience. Okay, and we're going to choose from website traffic because that's our goal in the traffic. The next thing you want to do is load your information. Now, remember we said something about pixels. So the pixels is what collects the information that tracks the information on your website. So if you're new to this and you haven't created a pixel before, the first thing you'll do is create a pixel. Now, you have a pixel created, and Facebook only allows you to use one pixel, only one pixel. You can use it for different purposes, but you can only have one pixel for your account. Be able to create one, but you can go in here. It will ask you to create the pixel. So just go in. You create your pixel. You enter. You just need to name the pixel, and it will supply you with the code you need for the pixel. All right. So when you get the code, that code will be put in your header section of your website. You can do it on your website on several web pages. The next thing you want to do is you want to choose your website traffic. Do you want anyone who visits your website or people who visit specific web pages, or you want to specify some pages and not others, or you want people who haven't visited in a certain amount of time, visited for in a certain amount of time, or you may want to choose a custom combination. Options apart from the other four listed here. Then after you've pick the specific option, you enter the name of your website. You enter the name of your website, choose how long. So this is how long the audience will be available for. So it goes from 30 days up, and you can extend it for up to 180 days. When you're starting off, I think it's better because you have few people visiting. You can choose a wider audience, like 100 days or more, whatever. Then next you enter the name of the audience, custom audience 1, custom 1, create your audience. Now you already have your audience here listed in one of your audience. Then if you want to create an ad based on those audience so that your audience can now see your posts, the specific ad you're creating, you now go ahead and here and create your ad. Create your custom code for retargeting. Now, to build faster, you can use rules that are inclusive. So if you want to build your web page faster, you can pick all most of the specific out of the 4 custom combination. You choose more to help you to build the audience faster. Because if you just do the website, can only click pick up the home page while you want to maybe include other pages on your website. Now, and the rule for using this to create an ad is that there must be at least 20 people in your custom audiences, that 20 people collected, 20 different individual collected in your audiences before you can create your ad. And your ad will be shown to only those people who visited your site. Now, the strategy to use for retargeting is that you should install your pixel as soon as possible. You can go in and check to see if they've built a decent sized audience. Then you can go ahead and create your ad. But before you set up your ad, make sure you have something you want to sell, so you can get your money back so you can get your investment back, basically. Then the fifth and most important traffic to your site is blog maintenance. Now, this is, to me, this is the most important, but also the hardest thing to do. And it's to keep your blog running smoothly. Now, remember, you want your visitors to keep coming back. You don't want them to just come and leave and never come back. You want them to keep coming back over and over again. And if your blog is always in maintenance mode or doesn't look well put together, after a while they get pissed off and they get turned off and they won't come back again. Now, you want to order your blog in a way that you place the most important information at the top, where visitors will not miss it. Now, your blog should also have a proper mix of images, text, and if you desire video, don't sacrifice one for the other. Now, you want to always look out for ways to keep your blog looking appealing to your readers. You can look at other blogs in your niche, but you should be careful not to make it exactly the same or copy their content. Try to keep up with the trends, and you should need to update your plugins when necessary to avoid getting broken links. Next, you want to create a presence for your blog, and you have to be sure to engage in your comments, not only on your site, but also on other blogs and sites as well. All right, you should never stop looking for fresh ideas. You need to look for fresh material and fresh ideas constantly. And you cannot get ideas from lots of places. You can visit other blogs, you can visit forums, and you can also get ideas from people who comment on your blogs. However, avoid making changes to your blog very often. We always want the latest and greatest, but it doesn't always work well. Now, as I conclude, let me digress by asking this question. What do you want from your blog? Now, think about that. What exactly do you want from your blog? Do you want to keep doing the same thing over and over and hope that hope that everything works, or do you want to take action by getting the skills you need to promote your blog? Now, let me use this opportunity to introduce to you the Build a Blog program. Now, this is a training program delivered through video. This program has been laid out in a step-by-step format, where you grab one concept, learn it, and apply it, and move on to the next. And it is structured in 6 modules. Module 1, you will be introduced to blogging and explore the evolution of blogging. You will learn the elements that make blogs work and also discover the reasons why you should run a blog, especially if you own a business. And we're going to debunk some of the myths you hear about blogging. Now, this model is the $100 value. Model 2, we will delve into the blogger's mindset. Now, if you want to start a business right, you need to start with the right mindset. We explore the blog models available, so you know the options available, and you can set up a blog that works for you. And you also learn how to find your blog writing style. Then we also explore the 4 core blog decisions to make, and you can show you the tests you can take to make the right decisions for every single decision. You show you the right tests, ways to make sure you come up with the best possible action for you. And you can also learn how to create a pre-blog setup plan where you can find your audience, and we'll also take a look at SEO. Now, this model is $150 value. In Module 3, we'll go into setting up your blog using WordPress. Now, we'll do this in a cost-effective way, and you should learn the different ways to get your domain name and hosting. You also learn how to configure your blog with the tools WordPress has available, and you learn how to set up emails and the best way to structure your blog posts. This model is a $300 value. Module 4, in addition to the traffic sources we discussed, there are hundreds of traffic sources and tools you can use to generate traffic to your blog. You can also learn strategies the pros use to make traffic work for them. And this model is a $200 value. Now, Model 5 goes into monetizing your blog. So we'll start by creating the blog sales funnel and show you the different ways to make money with your blog. You can also learn the techniques you can use to keep generating income with your blog. This model has a $200 value. Now, Model 6 is just a bonus lesson. This is where we show you the difference between using WordPress for a blog and WordPress for a website. So I'm going to show you how you can use WordPress to create a website, because I have colleagues who get paid, who create websites for businesses, and they get paid to do that. And a lot of them do use WordPress as opposed to spending a lot of time writing the code all the way from the beginning, writing the code, which takes longer. And this model is a $200 value. Now, in addition to all the videos you get, you also get some course notes. You get some bonuses, which includes course notes. There's a checklist for Model 2 because it's task-based, so you have to check your progress as you go. There's also a list of plugins, about 50 plugins you can use for your blog, and also the book, the ebook 100 blog topics you can use to start. It explores 101 different niches and topics you can use if you're trying to find a niche to write about for your blog. Now, clearly looking at this entire program will be tending towards $1,000 value. But however, I have some good news for you. I will not offer this for $1,000 or $800 or $500. You can get this program right now for an initial investment of $297. Now, but because you're attending this webinar today and have been patient to the end, I will take off $100. And you can wait, but there's more. Now, because this is the first blogging webinar in 2017, and I'm super excited that it's been a success, I will offer an extra $100. So for an investment of $97, you can get access to this program. And this offer is valid till Monday, January 16, 2017. You just go to the link here, http://bit.ly/New Wave Blog to sign up and get started with your blog.